Don't ignore stuff just because you're ready, just because you're excited, just because you are fed up with your at-home situation. Make sure you're getting yourself into something that you feel comfortable with and that you are going to want to deal with for 12, 13, 6 months, whatever. Welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see from the title, this is not clickbait. I know y'all are tired of seeing the "it's time for me to move, I'm about to move out, I'm leaving, new apartment," but y'all know that's the niche of my channel. But seriously, this time it's time for me to go. Okay, my apartment sent me a letter and they're like, your lease is ending in a couple of months, what y'all gonna do? So I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm a little worried because I start school in September and it's like I'm not going to be able to work at all the way my schedule's looking, and my lease ends in September. So it's like, but the way I did this last time when I moved out to this apartment the first time, honey, you think I knew how I was going to make money? You think I knew how my income was going to come? No, like I was on unemployment. I wanted an apartment. I wanted to get my own place again and have some space to myself. And I applied with a good credit score at my unemployment, and you know, the lady worked with me. I'm very grateful for that because I just knew, Kendall, you think somebody about to accept you and you're not even working. So I saw somebody in my last video say they wanted to see like a little simple makeup tutorial, and I know this ain't my niche. I know y'all gonna try and click out if I do a whole sit down video doing my makeup. But what I quickly do, I prime my face. You gotta make sure it's moisturized. I prime my face with this and I lock it in with a powder to make sure that moisture is locked in and I got a good foundation. So I use my Fit Me, which is the same color as my skin. Brows, check. I ain't no brow queen. I barely know how to fill them in, so I just do what I need to and I conceal them. This is like my simple everyday, like I just figured this out and this routine just looks so freaking bomb because it's like I don't even got on no foundation and you don't even know it. So, oh, I did put some highlighter on there, but I'll get it together. Eyeliner, of course. This is like a cheap $1 eyeliner from Elf. Next, I do my, this is literally like the last step. If y'all understood how freaking easy this is, like I just 1, 2, 3. And this is just a Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Closest thing to NARS. NARS is hands down the best concealer for me in the color Amande, but this is in the color Cafe, right? No, this is in the color Tan that I'm using. So I'm just gonna put 3 marks on my face like that. I'll put one in the middle too. And we're gonna let that dry a little bit. That's the key. Let it dry until it gets a little like dry, and then we're gonna pat it out. Okay, so I'm guessing that's getting a little tacky. But overall, y'all, I really feel like I did really good choice with picking the apartment that I'm at, because a lot of stuff that I dealt with at my first apartment, I did not have to deal with at all with this one, which is, of course, like, go figure. I'm in a predominantly diverse community when originally it's not like a high status area where most people have money there. So I'm thinking maybe that's why, but they have those everywhere. But it's all about the ratings, how you feels like home. Like, since my first day being in this apartment, it literally felt 1000% like home. Like, I wasn't even scared to sleep on that couch by myself the first day. That's when I knew it was it. But when it comes to like the trash situation, that's something that I really hated at my first apartment, was having to take the trash out and having valet trash. Write that down on your list. If that's not what you're looking for in an apartment, write it down, because you're gonna want that valet trash. So valet trash is such a plus, because I literally just put my trash outside my door and somebody comes to pick it up not every day, but I think it's like 4 or 5 times out the week. They come pick it up, and you don't gotta worry about it. It also helps with bugs and stuff, because you don't want to have trash sitting in your pantry or sitting in your kitchen for days and days. You have to take it out so you get rid of the bugs and stuff, if you do have bugs, which I don't got bugs here. That was a really big thing for me. Like, an apartment with no bugs, if you find one, you might as well keep it. It's a keeper. And this place is definitely a keeper, because I also dealt with that at my first place, which, like I said, is a lot of stuff is like, it makes sense. Like when you pick your first apartment, you're not thinking about all these factors. You're not thinking about if it has this going on or that going on. You're just excited to move out. You just want to find an apartment, and you ain't caring about no valet trash. You're not caring about you don't even think about asking them about bugs. But now I ask, I look around, I look in the cracks and crevices when I'm touring, and there's been times when I'm touring and I see bugs all in the corners of the floor. It was one apartment. It was a $1,300 2-bedroom. Just listen to that. A $1,300 2-bedroom apartment. Of course it was cockroaches on the floor. Like, what do you think? But when I first was looking for an apartment, I would just say, oh my God, that's a deal. The pictures look cute. It looks fine in person. It's in the area that I want. Let's do it. But really, you gotta break it down. Like, okay, why is it this price? Does it have bugs? Does it have the amenities that I want? Is the customer service good? Is the area good? What's going on in the neighborhood? Why is the price so cheap? So it all makes sense now to why I dealt with a lot of stuff that I did at my first apartment, but bugs was really a bad issue. But a lot of older apartments, wooden apartments particularly, will have bugs. Like, if the neighbors, the people around you, I think it all is like a team thing. If the neighbors are not cleaning, then of course the bugs will travel to your apartment. So I never really talked about that, but that's definitely the most valuable lesson I learned from an apartment. Like, I was literally petrified getting my next apartment, because I'm like, if every apartment has bug issues, I can't do it. And I would freak out over seeing, I think I didn't see my first bug in here till like 2 weeks. And I freaked out, and I just started like OD cleaning even more than I already was every day. Because I was already cleaning like crazy when I first came in, because I just knew that every apartment had bug issues. And when I found this place that did it, God, is that you? I was so happy. I was so happy to know that not every apartment has bugs, because honey, was I petrified? Yes. So yeah, that's a thing. And then having the amenities that we have are very helpful, because if you want a place to do like work outside by the pool, or you want to work in the business center, or you want to go to the gym, all of those amenities help, because you want to feel very at home with your place. You want to get your money's worth, because these amenities, no matter if you're using them or not, you paying for them and they charging you each month. And then the next thing was security, feeling safe. I felt safe. Well, stop the Kappa. I felt safe here. I felt safe at my first one. I just have a big fear, okay? We all know Kendall is scared of cats. And it was just a lot of cats at that place. So that's when I would say my security, my confidence of being safe, going outside by myself, going to my car, just coming home late at night by myself. It was a lot of factors that affected my first time at my apartment, because I didn't really know what I wanted. I just jumped with it and ran with it. But I had this like I swear the deepest videos that I make about moving out, I'm doing my makeup. Like this video right here, almost at 90K, me doing my makeup, talking about my memories of first getting my place. But I'm trying to help y'all out so y'all know what to look for when y'all are doing y'all process, what y'all want. But I had this big thing with like the cats, bro. Like they were everywhere. They were everywhere. Every time I went outside, right outside the steps of my apartment, right outside the bushes, under the cars, like it just was like inevitable. And it made me I'm already a homebody, so it really made me a homebody even more, because I just didn't want to deal with coming back to having to walk into the apartment dealing with that, or walking out and dealing with it, because it's something I'm acknowledging it. I'm gonna actively work on my fear, but back then I wasn't. I was just so resistant to it, and it just really took over a lot of my enjoyment there, because I just didn't like the outside area. Like at nighttime, does the area look safe? At nighttime, if you walk outside your apartment, do you feel safe to walk up there at night by yourself? Think about that. I do a lot of tours. I see apartments that may have dark hallways, dimmer hallways. Yeah, it's been a lot of apartments that I may tour, and I know I don't feel safe walking through it by myself, because it may be a staircase, or I may think something's under the staircase, or it may be a little dark. But I know everybody's not as scary as me, okay? I know this, I know. But I know as girls, feeling safe is a huge factor, especially for me, because you walking in after a late night, whatever, looking cute or whatever by yourself. Every girl want to feel safe in that moment, because we know how people are in this world. We know how men are. So I really had a lot of times where I just didn't feel safe walking in late at night, or it would just be terrifying to walk up to my apartment at 3 a.m. It would just be terrifying, because it's like, it's dark, it's all these trees, it's bushes, it's cats. It's dark, it's all these trees, it's bushes, it's cats, like I just said. So I would be terrified, and that's something that was really important to me for this apartment, to have something that I literally can feel safe to walk to and from myself. And hallways are lit. Parking, I would have to park super far, which would make me walk into my apartment a lot scarier, because I would probably have to walk across a parking lot to get to my apartment, which meant I would think it's a lot of cats under all of those cars. Listen, y'all, my mind is really, this is how I would think. Like, I gotta walk past 500 cars, not 500, 20 cars, and what if it's a cat under one of these cars? So my anxiety would be even more through the roof. But parking here is, you know, you're not gonna have to park super far and walk super far to get to your apartment, which is amazing. So all of those factors. Look at the parking. How available does the parking look? Is the security looking okay? Do you have gated fences? My feet are going to sleep. You have to think about all of those things when it comes to moving out, which I didn't. And you want to make your experience as good as possible, because you're paying your money each month. And it would suck to have to go through all of those things that possibly I went through for a place that you've signed a 12-month lease for. That's going to be your home for 12 months, you know. So it's very important. So I just wanted to, one, share that with y'all, because I never really shared it, because it's like, I'm no way, shape, or form trying to bash my first apartment. It was a great starter for me, but those were factors that I could have taken into consideration that could have made it a lot more enjoyable, because those things kind of did eat me alive. Okay. I don't see it. I think I saw a cat my first time here, y'all. It was in the, and I'm not trying to jinx it, so nah, I was at the pool. No, I was in the gym working out. Okay, I'm in the gym working out. Am I done? Oh, let me set it. So yeah, I did my under eye. You see how I blended it out. I used the brush that I used to use my foundation, and I just, what is the word? I just go around the outside parts of the concealer to blend it in and make it not look so from light to dark. So this kind of makes like a gradient. So just go back in with your foundation brush for the places you did your concealer, just around it, not on it, because you don't want to mess up the under eye. But yeah, take that stuff into consideration, because you're gonna be living there. But there was a time when, you know, I didn't really want to share this because I didn't want to bash it all, because you don't want to bash some place that you did, because every place is a learning experience. But I'm here to share what I've learned, to share with y'all, so y'all can, you know better when y'all go places, because we all trying to help each other out, okay? Yeah, so that is definitely food for thought. And I also like to spray my brush when I am about to brush off powder, just to make it a little moist and not so dry. As y'all can see, it possibly looks like I have on a full face of makeup when I actually just have on under eye concealer and a little powder. And I know with the things that I just listed, it may, like I said, be a higher price. Do your research, read the reviews, listen to the reviews, and don't be oblivious. Don't ignore the red flags. Pay attention during your tours. If you see some bugs during the tours, if you're doing the tours, check the cabinet, see if it has cracks in it. Don't ignore stuff just because you're ready, just because you're excited, just because you are fed up with your at-home situation. Make sure you're getting yourself into something that you feel comfortable with and that you are going to want to deal with for 12, 13, 6 months, whatever. So, yeah, like I said, check the cabinet. See if the renovated apartment looks a little super outdated. See if there's bugs. See if the gating thing works. Look at the neighborhood. See what's going on in the neighborhood. Visit it multiple times like I did. I came here, something I didn't do at my first one. I think I did it a few times. I went and visited the apartment before I even got approved. I would sit out in the apartment, come different times just to see, you know, how the neighborhood looks at night, what's going on, just see the vibe. I envisioned myself here. So you need to do the same, and I just want you all to pick a place that you are happy with, because there's nothing like getting an apartment that you don't like or that you're not pleased with. I think my friend is here, so we might have to end this off here, but that's literally all I had to tell y'all. Like, I only want the best for y'all. I only want the best experience for y'all. If you guys have any questions when it comes to apartments, drop them down below, because I would love to do an apartment Q&A about moving out. So any questions that you have as when it comes to finding your apartment or getting your apartment or leaving your apartment, drop them down below and I'm going to answer them for y'all. Whatever y'all want to know, I just want to answer it all and just see what's in y'all head. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. You see, as I'm sitting here talking, I'm putting more makeup on, which is not a part of the routine, but I'm just trying to get it done, boo. Get it done, boo. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this, I guess, chit chat moving out tip video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay on the lookout for this week's uploads, and I will see you beautifuls in my next video. Bye, beautiful people.